All right. Sorry, I haven't posted in a while, but I just wanted to kind of go over this chimney. Um, I got this part down along with the top here, so this whole piece has come down. And then the first day I got from up above the roof to the roof line. Second day I got from the roof line down to here. And then I've been taking a break, and the reason being is I had my air compressor inside, and I had a long 50-foot air hose that was attached to my air chisel, and then I was up on a ladder and chiseling things down and pulling the hose over on this side, and I put the ladder up on this side to get this side, and then around the front, and then around this side. And the thing I didn't think about, stupidly, was all this stuff. There's all sorts of foliage here, but a lot of poison ivy trampled down in here. And so as I was dragging the hose around everywhere, the next day, even though I when I come home, I wash my hands and my arms, but I got probably the worst case of poison ivy I have ever had. And it's pretty bad. And then I got decent amount on this arm too. Sorry, it's kind of out of focus, but anyway. So I took a break from the chimney and did some siding work for a day or two, and then I had the weekend. So as soon as this stuff heals, I'll get back on here. I ordered a couple of long sleeve shirts, which I do have some sleeves that I've been wearing to protect me from poison ivy when I know I'm working with it or next to it. But I just did not think about that over here. I don't know why, but so anyway, that's my own fault. Things you learn being a desert rat your whole life. You don't have to deal with poison ivy, but coming here, you learn real fast that you gotta wear long pants and long sleeves when you're working pretty much anywhere outside. So just all that wanted to share with you, not to complain, but just kind of explain why I haven't posted in a couple days, but also wanted to get your guys' opinion. So I've been taking short videos of kind of before work, during the work, and after the work, but just wondering, do you guys think it would be better, or what would you guys prefer? You guys prefer sort of like a before, during, and after short video conglomeration, or do you guys prefer having the camera posted on like the tripod and just filming for all day, like a couple of hours, and then doing some fast forward time lapse, if you will, and then maybe stopping at certain parts and as I explain things? Just let me know in the comments what you guys prefer to do. I don't really know what my preference is. Sometimes I kind of like to see the whole thing in a time lapse format. It's just fun, but I don't know if that's what everybody else likes. So let me know if you like that, or if you just want something where it's kind of before, during, and after segments all smushed together into one video. But yeah, let me know. I'm kind of just wondering aimlessly while I talk. But I did purchase a couple things today, so I was kind of shopping today, not doing too much work. I bought these automotive, what they call under hoist lifts. So these things, I assembled one here. I got another one I'm going to assemble. The purpose of these guys is all these rafters here, or floor joists, I guess you want to call them, for the deck, in order to take this board out at the end next to the wall. It's got lag bolts, as you can see at the end of my fingertip, right there, right there, right there. So every cavity has a lag bolt into the board that sits on top of this block wall. And in order to get the siding and the sheathing out from underneath it, I got to take all these lag bolts out, and I got to take this board and remove it so that I can get back there. And in order to do that, I've got to hold the weight of this deck up. And so what I'm going to do is I've got 2 bottle jacks, then I'm going to put some plates on the top of them, plus a like a 4x4 standing straight up on each one of those with another 4x4 or 6x6, I haven't decided, maybe a railroad tie, holding up maybe 4 or 5 segments, and then another 4 or 5 segments with these under hoist jacks. And then while the weight is held up by those things, I can take a circular saw and cut the end of each one of these joists, and so that this whole board, after I take the lag bolts out, will just fall right down, and then I can access the siding and the sheathing, and that'll give me a little bit of space between the actual house and the deck. So I don't know what I want to do as far as holding that up. I think I'm probably, all this concrete is going to get broken up, so maybe I'll pour some footings before I pour the whole slab, and put some brackets in there to hold some 4x4s, and then put lag bolts through the new boards that I'll put up here. That'll all be hidden anyway in the wall. But yeah, I don't know what I want to do here. So that's kind of, if you guys have any suggestions, please let me know. But I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to put a new board, a new end board here. I'll kind of go closer so y'all can see that. But so here's the lag bolt right here. It goes through this board, and this board here. And the siding and sheathing is on top of this board, but still behind these. So I'm going to take a circular saw, cut here, so the end of this is detached from this, and then I can take this whole section just down, and then what I'll do is I'll put a new board like this on the end with brackets that'll hold up each one of these joists. And then that board will sit on top of a 4x4 post that will go down along here, sort of close to this wall, but not too close. So it'll actually sit on the outside of that new board, since the board will be cut right about here. And then the new end board will sit right here, and then there'll be a 4x4 right about here that'll sit on the outside, and I'll put lag bolts through to hold up the whole shebang there. So that's the kind of the detailed discussion, if you will. And so that has to happen for this whole part of the deck, all the way from the end all the way to this end till they start changing perpendicular, and then we got to do the same thing around that side of the house. That's much shorter on that side, but anyway, that's what's going to happen. And then we got to fix the fronts too. It's going to be a lot of work. I don't know what I'm doing. I think I'm crazy some days, but so anyway, that's all got to happen, and we just got to shore up this deck the best we can so that everything's good to go. Since we have, it's not just a deck here, but they pulled or extended the roof from the roof house out to the edge of the deck, so this deck and the house are connected. So we kind of have to what's the word I'm looking for, address both at the same time. We can't just fix the house and then just leave this thing. Plus it's I have to get to the siding and the sheathing, which is behind this deck, and they just bolted everything through the existing siding and sheathing like it would never need to be replaced. But of course that makes it difficult for the next person, which is me. So yeah, oops, sorry, dropped the phone. So anyway, that's kind of a nutshell of what I'm going to be doing here, and just trying to figure out the order in which I have to rent tools as well, because I have to break up concrete, like this piece of concrete, that slab over there, and then the front slab in the front porch, and then also inside the basement where the plumbing is, the sewer line. I've got to break that up too, but before I break it up in there, I've got to get a concrete saw to cut so that I don't break any of the slab in there that I don't want to be breaking up. So I have to cut the concrete in there first, then rent the jackhammer, and jackhammer this inside the basement, this slab and the front porch. And then after that, then I have to get a trencher, I think will be the next thing. I got to trench a line all the way from the street up the hill down to the back basement wall, and then along the front of the house too, we're going to put in a French drain to mitigate a lot of that water that's coming up against the back basement wall. And then we'll trench right through here too, because all the downspouts, there's one up at the corner, there's one right here, and then there's another one out at this corner too. So they'll all tie into this buried line, or buried pipe rather. So we're going to trench here too, and then we'll trench on the other side of the house and do the same thing. So there'll be a trench on 3 sides of the house, plus one that goes all the way up the hill to the water line from the street. So, and then once we do that, then we get to rent an auger and take out these poles and these concrete blocks that they're sitting on, and auger out a hole for each one of these poles, plus the new poles that'll go along here on the inside, and then pour concrete posts so that we can put the new deck posts on top of them, and they won't be sinking like they are now. So anyway, that's a long-winded version. Sorry about that, but just wanted to explain everything. It's going through my mind. So yeah, so I'll post this today, and then just please throw your comments in the bottom. I'd really appreciate it. And I'll try to start filming everything from the in the future in the style that you guys would prefer. All right, thanks a lot. See you guys later.